Am I the asshole for speaking ASL and not telling my boyfriend I know how to sign? My 25F boyfriend, 26M, is mad at me currently for not telling him I know ASL and embarrassing him. I'm by no means fluent, but I took beginner classes in university. I study a people-facing field and figured it would be helpful. I can get by. I know basic conversational signs and things like how to get around places, locations, etc. It's enough to be helpful but not maintain a fluent conversation. We were at a train station and I had gone to the restroom while my boyfriend waited outside. Before I had gone in, I noticed an elderly couple looking at a map and signing. I didn't think much of it, but when I came back out I could see my boyfriend trying to help them. I could sense some tension, frustration because he doesn't know ASL and the couple was obviously lost and flustered. The woman started going through her purse for a pad of paper and had to start emptying her bag to get a pen. I walked up to them and started signing and let them know I could help. They were relieved and I helped them find their correct route and where they needed to go. After the couple walked away, my boyfriend got mad and said I embarrassed him by not telling him I know ASL and interfering when he had it handled. I told him knowing ASL wasn't a secret, it just never came up. And it wasn't handled as I could tell he was getting annoyed and the couple was flustered. He says I embarrassed him and showed him up. Am I the asshole? ETA. Some details. We've been together for a little over 6 months and this is really the first time I've seen this behavior. I definitely realize now this is a red flag, and I guess we're coming out of that honeymoon stage now. Small update, I guess? He said he's had some time to cool off and he's glad I was able to help them. But he said he still felt embarrassed when I took over the situation and made him look incompetent. I am planning to have a conversation about how this is a problem with his ego and not my skills, but depending how that goes, maybe this is the end of it. ETA 2-1. Yes, this is a real story. I had no idea there were similar posts recently. 2. I know this may not be a red flag, worthy of breaking up over to some, but if our conversation makes it clear that he can't separate his problems with his ego, toxic masculinity from me, then I have no interest in being in a relationship where I'm walking around eggshells making sure I don't hurt his ego. ETA 3. To answer some questions. Not sure why this has come up multiple times on my post, but ETA on here means edited to add, not estimated time of arrival. I'm not sure why the couple or my boyfriend didn't opt for using a smartphone. I guess he was flustered, and the couple clearly had plenty of belongings they were juggling. Also, I speak ASL is perfectly acceptable, so is use and no. It all really comes down to preference, but all are grammatically correct. I was just taught speak, so it's what I use. I will post a real update tonight after our conversation. Not the asshole. The proper reaction is, no way, that's cool. Red flag on your boyfriend's, you're interfering, reaction. Not the asshole. Sounds like his ego was bruised. A man less threatened would have been grateful for your assistance. Not the asshole. The correct response was, wow, you're just full of surprises. Not the asshole. He needs to get over his ego, and speaking from personal experience, getting mad over a non-issue like this is a red flag. YTA. It's a woman's duty to carefully handle her partner's ego. Male egos are very fragile and easily damaged by anything but the gentlest treatment. Lol. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. You do realize he would have acted that way even if they could speak the same language. He got upset because you upstaged him. I bet this isn't the first time he's said or done something like that either. Am I the asshole for punishing my son by taking away his phone after he deleted my daughter's Minecraft world? I, 41 female. Am married to my husband, 42 male. And we have 2 kids. Our son, 11 male, who we will call Zach, and daughter, 9 female, who we will call Lizzie, not their real names for privacy reasons. And #X200B. Lizzie loves the video game Minecraft, and has played it nearly every day since we bought it for her on Xbox for her 8th birthday. She is a super artsy kid and loves to create extravagant buildings and structures in Minecraft, and she has shown me her amazing creations many times. And #X200B. 2 days ago, she was playing downstairs and Zach asked if he could play with her. Lizzie didn't let him play even though we have 2 Xbox controllers, and Zach was very angry for not letting her play. I don't know why Lizzie didn't let him play. I was in the kitchen upstairs. And #X200B. Yesterday, when my husband and I were still sleeping, Lizzie started screaming and crying downstairs. She always wakes up early to play. Her world with all of her creations is gone, and she told us between sobs that she can't get it back, and she thinks that Zach deleted it last night. And #X200B. When Zach woke up, I asked him if he deleted Lizzie's world, and he started laughing and said that she should have let him play with her. I was livid. Lizzie loves that game so much and her creations were beautiful, and now they're gone forever, not to mention that she is devastated that the world she has spent over a year on is gone forever. And #X200B. I took my son's brand new phone away. We had just bought it for him this month for his birthday. My son is acting like this is the end of the world. He says he needs his phone because everybody else at school has one, and he needs to fit in. He is starting middle school this week and claims he doesn't want to become a social outcast. I told him he can have his phone back in a month, and not having a phone won't make him an outcast, but he refuses and wants it now. And #X200B. My husband thinks that taking away his phone is going too far, and that Lizzie's game being gone isn't that big of a deal, but by that logic, isn't Zach's phone being gone not that big of a deal either? I don't know what to do. It's been over 24 hours and Zach won't talk to me, and Lizzie is still moody. So Reddit, can I get some advice? Am I the asshole? Not the asshole and hold your ground. I am parent who is skeptical of video games, but Minecraft is different. What your son did is the equivalent of destroying a carefully created painting made over several months. And he laughs about it? Horrible. Not the asshole. And #X200B. You should keep his phone as long as it takes your daughter to rebuild her world. Fair is fair. Am I the asshole for yelling at my wife for drinking? 28M. Am I recovering alcoholic? My father was an alcoholic when I was a child and I guess I caught it from him. I've been sober for about a year now, and I attend this recovery group once a week that is held by the Mormon Church. I've been gaining an interest in their beliefs and have been considering conversion, but that's another conversation. My wife, 26F, went out with her friends this weekend and I found out from her friend's Instagram post that she had been drinking. She held a glass of wine in the photo, but she didn't appear drunk when she got home. I saw the post today, and I'm going to be honest, I freaked out. She has been so helpful and supportive during my recovery, and I can't believe she would do this to me. I confronted her as soon as I saw it, and she told me that because she wasn't drinking around me, it wasn't an issue. I told her that when we got married, we promised to support each other through everything and this wasn't being supportive and a direct violation of our vows. She told me to get over myself and I lost it and told her that was a bad wife and that she wasn't committed to us and our relationship. We've been together for 4 years, married for 1. I told her that if she was pregnant, I wouldn't eat all of the food she couldn't eat to be supportive, and she told me that she wouldn't expect that from me, so I can't expect her to be sober and that I was being an asshole. After that, I just left and contacted the group leader from my recovery group and he let me chill at his house while I cooled down. Am I the asshole? You are the asshole. You're the recovering alcoholic, not her. She's allowed to drink when she's not with you. I was under the impression she had drunk in front of you, which was not the case. You are wrong. She did nothing to harm you or jeopardize your recovery. You are the asshole. Edit. Why would you yell at her? Couldn't you just simply have a conversation about the subject? Am I the asshole for telling my dad what his fiancée said and causing wedding troubles? My 16F mom passed away 8 years ago. I look just like her, same hair, same eyes, with the right makeup I resemble her exact face. I know that my dad loved my mom so much, losing her hurt him deeply. We became tight-knit and my dad has been an awesome parent for me. I know I can count on him for anything. He's about to get married to his girlfriend of 3 years. We had a rough patch a year and so ago. When they began to talk about marriage, she didn't like that he introduced the idea to me rather than just ask her and then let me find out. Tell me together. She also didn't like that I didn't want to take any part in the wedding party. I'm happy for my dad, I truly am. And I like his girlfriend as a person, but she will never be my mother, and at 16, I hardly need to bond with someone that way. I'll spend the wedding taking care of my uncle's kids. He's paying me and I accepted. This wedding is really not a big deal for me. What I did accept is give a small speech about them and that's all. A week or so ago, my grandmother, Dad's mom, his fiancée and I went shopping to get something she wanted. I saw a dress that I liked for the wedding and so we went to the store so I could try it on. It was an olive dress that matched my hair nicely. I'm a ginger. They complimented me and my grandma said that I looked like my mother because she wore that color so much, just a small comment. We moved on and that was all. 2 days ago, My dad's fiancé came to me and asked if I was willing to dye my hair or wear a wig for the wedding. I was taken aback because, WTF? I said no questions asked. But she said she didn't want people telling me I looked like my mother at her wedding. I said no and I asked her to get out of my room because it wasn't gonna happen. As soon as my dad came back from work I told him what happened earlier and that it made me feel uncomfortable. I went to stay with my uncle and they talked. The wedding was paused because they fought and his fiancé's family is blaming me because I caused this problem by refusing to compromise to a bride's request. I'm feeling guilty because I didn't mean for this to happen. But sometimes when I try to talk to his fiancée about things I didn't like, how it made me feel she treats me as a brat who wants to get her way, so I rather tell my dad and have him talk to her. Am I the asshole? NTA. Her request was so petty and out of line it isn't even funny. If your father has any sense at all, he will tell his fiancée to kick rocks. Not the asshole. That woman has an incredible amount of nerve to ask you to dye your hair. Not the asshole. You didn't cause this, she did. Her insecurities and jealousy about your mom surfaced and she made a really unreasonable request. It's right that the wedding has been put on hold for now, she has some stuff to work through. In addition to the other comments, your dad was absolutely right to talk to you first about the marriage. Fiancé is an asshole for objecting to that. Not the asshole. I can't imagine why anyone would think that's appropriate. Much less to a 16-year-old. Not the asshole. You are not the one that caused a problem, your dad's fiancé is. How horrible of her to ask that of you.